If you're not using these Google Flight hacks when booking your flights, then you're probably spending way more on your flights than you need to be. Google Flights is hands down one of the best online search tools for finding cheap flights, but there are some tips and tricks and some hidden gems that will allow you to find even cheaper flights. So that's exactly what I'm gonna go over in this video here, so you can make sure that you are getting the best prices for your travels. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so the first hack that I wanna go over is something that I'm not even seeing a lot of people talk about, but maybe it's because this is a newer feature that Google just released at the end of 2025, and it's their new AI feature integrated with Google Flights. So basically, if you have no idea where you even want to go or what you want to do, but you have somewhat of an idea what kind of vacation you want, you can actually use Google Flights AI tool to help you kind of narrow it down. So let's take a look. I'm on Google Flights right now, and this is what's going to pop up, this AI tool. So you're going to do explore deals, and then you can list out where you're flying out from. And then it's pretty straightforward. It says when, where, and how do you want to travel. So let's just say I want to go somewhere warm in the month of August 2026 for 7 nights. I love the city vibe, which I do. A big foodie. I want to go abroad. And let's see what it comes up with. Okay, so not bad. You've got Barcelona, Lisbon, Athens, Istanbul, Buenos Aires, Rome. I mean, these are all great options. And yes, I did say that I wanted to look for August 2026, but if you see, there's other dates in here because those dates are actually way cheaper. And it's even telling you like Lisbon from New York is in April. In April is going to be 45% cheaper than August 2026. So this can definitely help to influence you on maybe where you want to go and maybe even change your timeline. If you're originally thinking of going in August, but then you see that it's significantly cheaper to go in April, maybe you're gonna be like, hey, why don't I just go in April again? I can get a way better deal. So definitely try this new tool out and let me know in the comments below if you use it and if you got any good ideas from it. Okay, here's the second hack that I wanna share with you. So let's say that you wanna go from New York to Tokyo. What you would most likely do is go to Google Flights and enter in New York. Let's enter in Tokyo. And then you probably have a set date in mind. Like, let's say you wanna go during cherry blossom season, from the 9th to the 16th. But as you can see, it's a little bit expensive. It's $1,000. But the great thing that you can do here is to use this calendar that pops up. So you can actually see when the cheapest dates are to go. The cheapest dates are going to be in green. So if you go in March, let's say the 10th to the 17th, that's going to be $888. So you save $100. And again, if you are like a family of 2 or more people, then you could be saving several $100s just by being a little bit flexible and changing your dates. And I do want to say that being flexible is definitely key when it comes to getting cheap flights. If you're either flexible on your dates or the location where you want to travel to, then that's the sweet spot and that's where you can really get some good deals. So just keep going through this calendar, and as you can see, it's going to show you when the cheapest days are, and you can see 11 months out on this calendar. So maybe instead of going for cherry blossom season, I'm going to say, hey, let me go see the beautiful foliage in Kyoto from the 6th to the 13th, which is going to be a little bit cheaper than the $1,000 per ticket in April. If you want a calendar that's a little bit easier on the eyes, then here's what you're gonna do. We're gonna put in New York to Tokyo and then just search. We can put in whatever dates, done, search. And then if you scroll down a bit, you're gonna see this little icon that says date grid. So we're gonna click on that. And this is gonna give you the combinations of all the different departure and return dates along with the prices. And you can view up to 11 months in advance for this. So as you can see, in February, we're getting some flights that are in the 700s, which is really good. And anything that's in green is a good price. Anything that's expensive is in red, and anything that's kind of neutral, everything else is in white. And again, if you're a little bit flexible on when you can fly out to Tokyo, then this is going to be a game changer and it's going to save you a lot of money. Okay, hack number 3 is that you can actually enter in up to 7 different departure airports and arrival airports. And here's what I mean. Say you're located in Dallas and you want to fly to London, but you also want to check flights from Austin to London and Houston to London. Now, Austin and London are only a 3 or 4 hour drive away from Dallas, so you could easily drive to these locations to fly from there to London. If the price is significantly cheaper and you're saving hundreds of dollars, it would actually be worth it. So we can do this all in one go instead of doing separate searches. So let me show you what I mean. In the where from section, I'm going to enter in DFW, IAH, and Austin, and then I'm just going to enter in London and let's search. And as you can see, this is showing me all the different flights on that route. So there's Houston to London, Austin to London, Dallas to London. and it shows you all the different prices. So it looks like Houston is the cheapest. And in this case, it's only really a $30 or $40 difference, but I've seen some cases where it's like a $400 or $500 difference in price. So if you're a family of 2 or more and you're flying out, this could save you thousands of dollars. So this is a good quick way to check. And again, you can enter in multiple locations here as well. So you can enter in London and then Paris and so on and so forth, different locations in Europe if you just want to get into Europe. Okay, hack number 4, let's say you've got some time off and you know you want to go somewhere, but you have no idea where. So here's what you're going to do. Let's say your home city is New York. That's where you're leaving from. And let's say that you took some PTO March 11th to March 18th. You can actually just leave the where to part completely blank and search Explore. So as you can see, these are all of the prices for flights from New York. And this is just within the US. If you scroll out, you can actually see prices across the world. So you can see Tokyo's $893, Beijing's $915, so on and so forth. And you can even see all the prices in Europe. Now, if you do want to filter down a little bit, you can actually go over here to the left and filter for how many stops you want. You can do nonstop flights only, and then that's going to be reflected in the map. Now, these prices all reflect nonstop flights only from New York. You can also filter by airlines and the duration. Maybe you want to go somewhere not that far away, so you can do a flight in under, let's say, 10 hours from New York. And maybe while doing this, you say, actually, I want to go to Europe. So you can actually even just put in different continents, different states and countries right in this where to box. It never has to be specific. So now these are all of the nonstop flights from New York to different countries in Europe. And my God, like, these are cheap. I will book this. Even just using this as a gateway city into Europe for $395, and then you can take the train anywhere else, or you can take a budget airline flight for under €100 to anywhere else. Or maybe you are like, actually, I want to go to Asia, so you can see the prices for the continent of Asia. Maybe you just want to go from New York to somewhere in Florida. So this is going to give you all the different airports and prices for the state of Florida from New York. There's so many options. And again, you can probably start to see the more flexible you are on location and or date, the cheaper your flights are going to be. If you got any value at all from this video, it would really mean a lot to me if you went ahead and hit that red subscribe button. This way you'll be notified anytime I upload similar videos. Okay, and the 5th thing that I want to go over, it's not necessarily a hack, but just a big tip, is that when you do search for flights on Google, you're going to see that they have all these different options for flights, and you can select the flight and book it from there. But essentially that means you're going to be booking it from a third party. And I will always say that it is best to book a flight directly with the airline. Even if it's a little bit more expensive, it's usually always going to be worth it. And the big reason is in case something goes wrong. And this has happened to me. Based on my personal experience, I've had things go wrong several times with flights. And the only reason I was able to get them fixed seamlessly or get the issues resolved seamlessly is because I had booked directly with the airline, and they're usually a lot more willing to help you out. And I've also been in instances where I took the cheap flight, booked from the third party, and the flight got canceled or was delayed or whatever. I needed to get it changed. And when I reach out to the airline, their immediate response is, sorry, you didn't book with us. You need to reach out to the third party or the travel agency that you booked with. When you have to do that, it honestly feels like a nightmare and running through hoops. These third party agencies are usually less willing to help you, less accommodating. And I've even lost money doing that. So I'm just gonna say, don't necessarily book through Google Flights. Try to use Google Flights as like the search engine to find the cheap flight, and go to the airline's website and book directly with them. You may find there might be a little bit of a price difference. It might be a little bit more expensive, but again, based on my opinion and my experience, I will say it's always worth it to just book with the airline directly. And really the only exception to this though is going to be if you're booking with miles and points through your credit card portal using your travel credit card. If you have a good travel credit card like the Chase Sapphire Reserve or the Amex Platinum, or there's various other cards out there as well. But if you have those and you use those and you are booking your flights through their portals or whatever, then that's a different story, because in most cases, you're usually covered by the credit card company, and they are more willing to help you out and kind of be hands-on with the whole situation and helping you to get your situation resolved as soon as possible. And if you have absolutely no idea what I'm talking about, then don't even worry, because that's exactly what I go over in this video right here, where I go over the best travel credit cards that will help you to earn points and miles and to redeem them for free or heavily discounted flights and hotels. So if you want to know all about that and how to get even cheaper flights, again, maybe even for free, then I highly suggest you check that video out next. I'll catch you in the next video.